Hi friends, I'm Z, your favorite sacred ascension coach, artist, and performer. And this is In Divine Timing, the podcast where you come to get real about healing, alignment, and connecting with your soul self, your soul's truth. So if you are ready to level up, then you are in the right place. Let's dive in. So I had a client recently ask me to do a training on connecting with the Most High, the highest source, spirit, the good spirit. You know, I'm very specific when it comes to the words, to be real. She referenced source and spirit. And for me, I'm like, okay, source of what? Spirit of what, right? So connecting with the spirit of the Most High source, because this welcomes in wholeness, right? Divinity, all of the good shit. We don't want to welcome in the bad stuff. So just clear all of that out. So I'm just going to read off some bullet points that I took some notes on today, guys. Nothing crazy. And we're just going to get after it. So connecting with the Most High through stillness is what she was curious about. And diving into this, connecting with spirit of the Most High is connecting with you first and foremost, because we are all a fragment of the Most High. We are all an expression of the Most High. So when you allow yourself to come to a place of stillness, checking in with your breath, checking in with your body, expanding your awareness, you're going to start to notice little things like your body tensing, or your mind racing, or your breath being shallow, or your breath deepening, things relaxing, tension in your face, different senses around you. You're going to start hearing sounds outside of your general vicinity, or maybe you have headphones on. And when you take this time to be in stillness and to connect with yourself and bring in this awareness, you start to learn about yourself. Because along with this awareness is a thought. And, you know, a lot of times when we go into stillness and meditation, they talk about like, oh, you want to hear nothing. Just release all of the thoughts, release this, release that. And sometimes it can be hard. Like, well, how the fuck are you going to release and turn some shit off when you got an ADHD brain and that you just always hearing voices and noises and, and things. And it's not so much about like literally turning things off as it is more so releasing the chatter, right? So you can be present in every moment, every breath. So when you're connecting with yourself and the Most High through the stillness, you're uniting with your wholeness. And the way that this happens is through the small things that we notice. Okay, maybe I'm breathing shallow. Ooh, why am I breathing shallow? And how is this making me feel, right? Maybe I'll take a little bit of a deeper breath. Oh, when I take a deeper breath, my shoulders, they relax. And now I don't feel so tense. Now I don't feel so stressed. And then you start having connections to other events that have happened in the day, or maybe in the week or years ago, right? In this present moment, in this moment of stillness, in this moment of awareness, where you were noticing these things, you're going full circle, right? You're getting there at some point in time through observation. And when you unite with your wholeness, this understanding, this acceptance. You're releasing resistance. So you're allowing yourself to be whole and experience yourself. And then what happens is the channel opens, right? And this is why it's so important to make sure that you first set your intention before you go into your meditative state, before you go into your breath work or your stillness, so you know what kind of energy you're wanting to welcome into your embodiment, right? So when you practice, you make clear your intention. Is my intention to be still with love so I can connect with the Most High? Is my intention to be still and notice what's happening in my body with kindness? Is my intention to be still and have a balance throughout my breath, rather than, keeping the breath up here and then in your shoulders for those who are listening and not seeing me on a YouTube video, or having your breath like down in your abdomen, releasing the tension in your legs. What is the intention? And understand why. When you set this intention, then you are able to have that connection. So after you set your intention, the next thing that you can do is have a question in mind. Why is it that I want to connect with the Most High? What is it that I am seeking? Common questions that people tend to ask when they are seeking this connection with the Most High through stillness are, what is my purpose? Why am I here? Why is this particular thing in my life happening? What is the purpose of this other thing over here in my life happening? What am I meant for? It could be something simple like, what is my soul name? How do I get from point A to point B? Whatever question you want to have in mind, have the question in mind, set your intention, ask the question, drop into your body, relax, reach that point of stillness, and be mindful of your thoughts, okay? And when you're in this place where you're being mindful of your thoughts, be mindful of your thoughts with love. Be mindful of your thoughts with acceptance. Because when we have resistance, when it comes to this practice or anything, then that's where, there's a lesson to be learned rather than an observation to be made. You see the difference? Also be mindful of what you're feeling and where you're feeling this. I keep saying things like, oh, you're holding tension in your shoulders or tension in your legs, and like maybe there's shortness of breath and you're keeping it up in your chest, or maybe your breath is in your belly. It's important to take note of what you're feeling and where. When you pay attention to what you feel, then you are aware of what is going on, regardless if it's a kinesthetic feeling or an emotional feeling. And being mindful of where these feelings are coming up is helpful, because then you can scan your body, you can scan your chakras. If it's in your belly, it has to do with your solar plexus chakra. If it's, like in your lower abdomen, then it has to do with your sacral chakra and your root chakra. If you're feeling something in your heart, then, obviously heart chakra. If you're feeling tension in your throat chakra. If maybe like you're feeling pressure in your third eye chakra, right? And as you're getting these sensations, these feelings, if something feels good, you can be like, oh, okay, what is this related to? What kind of thoughts am I having surrounding this feeling? Oh, this is something that I want to welcome more things into. And if something feels, bad or tense, you get to question that as well. And it's in this place of peace and presence where you are able to come back to your wholeness because you are releasing judgment as you're becoming the observer. So scan your chakras. And if you don't know how to scan your chakras, let me know in the comments and I will make a video specifically on scanning your chakras. If you found this podcast helpful, if you found this video helpful and you want to stay connected, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, alluntethered.living. That's the handle. And a couple announcements before I close off. If you are looking to level up your life and you want to do it the easy way, you need to learn how to adjust your frequency. I just wrote an ebook called The Frequency Shift Manual. It teaches you all about EFT and teaches you how to build a script, an EFT script. EFT is literally the only thing in life that you fucking need to level up if you want to do it the easy way. You tap on your face and you say some shit and it reprograms your subconscious mind and rewires your nervous system. Super easy practice, rinse and repeat for anything that you want to accomplish in life. This is a tool that I recommend for everybody to have. Link is down below in the description or in the bio, wherever, depending on what you're watching this on or listening to this on. Also, ladies, if you are at a point in life where you know that you are meant for more, but you feel stuck, you feel blocked, you're tired of shrinking, and you are ready to invest in yourself energetically and financially and step into the highest version of yourself, your 2.0 motherfucking avatar, your bad bitch ass self, the part of you that has always been there and has just been waiting to pop the fuck out. The wait time is over. I have 15 spots available for the sacred embodiment portal. We will be working together closely for 6 months. You're going to enter this portal wanting a rebirth and you're going to exit this portal unrecognizable. All right. If this sounds interesting to you, email me, hit the link down below, the Sacred Embodiment Portal. You can fill out all the information and then I will send you a text message. And that is that, guys. I love you. I will talk to you later. Okay. Bye.